Hello guys, good evening. It's really nice to make this next tutorial because someone demanded for this. So in this tutorial I'll be talking to you guys about HTML tables or tables in HTML. First and foremost, let's go direct to our code. Notepad++. So last time we talked about images and aligning images. But this time we're going to be talking about on tables. The first thing I want you to understand about tables is this. You can set up your text, your information on your tables in form of rows and columns. Without much waste of time, I want you to say this. So you can use what we call the tr tag, or in other words, the table row tag. The table row. We have also something we call the table head. That's the table head. You can actually have it in the tag, table head. We also have something we call, the table, in form of a container, the table. And then I think there's one more. Okay. Yeah. Nevertheless, for now we'll start talking about these three. And then as time goes on, we'll make certain changes. So first and foremost, in order to create a table, I would like you to really use something we call the table. This table serves as a container for the table itself. Yeah. So this is the opening tag for the table. Excuse me. This is the closing tag for my table. So everything about my table has to be in this tag. So the first thing I want to show you about table is this. Something we call the table. I just remembered that something else we call the table data, which is TD. Just sounds like technical drawing, but anyway, that's what we call the table data. So the first thing I want you to understand about making tables are made, like I said, in a bunch of rows and columns. Sometimes people call it a cell, right? So, but making tables in rows, this is how we put it, table row. So it's actually a bunch of table rows that can make rows and columns in table. For instance, I will go ahead and type my table. This is my table, and next thing I type is my table row. To make bunch of rows, or my first line of rows, let me make you understand something I mean. Let me just go further to my Microsoft Word, and you're going to see what I mean exactly. Okay, it's loading. So the first thing I want you to understand about making table rows is this. I can make table rows by, for instance, this is my first row, this is my second row, this is my third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row. Now, I can still have another set of rows, another set of rows, another set of rows, another set of rows. Now, this makes a column. So it's actually multiple rows put together, maybe in horizontal form, I guess, that produces something we call a column. So I have the first row, banded by another row, banded by another row, banded by another row, producing a column. That's this first line, this column, and producing the other column, the other column. So now the table row helps us to first to implement this. So this is what tr tags helps us to do. To produce this first cell, this second table, third cell, fourth cell, fifth cell, sixth cell. So we if having bunch of table rows produces bunch of cell followed by the next cell and the next cell, so producing the table color. Yeah, I hope you guys understand that. Otherwise, just ask me questions in the comment section. So the first table row I have is this. So I'm going to have maybe the first name, like John, J-O-N. Then but before then, I can just have this. Before then, I'll have something called table data. This will contain my first data within that particular table row. So table data, like I said, contains John as well first name. Then I can go ahead and copy all this. Paste it. So the second one contains his last name, which is maybe John John Gregory. So this is his first name and this is his second name. So I can also go ahead and put maybe the point for John Gregory. Maybe I'll give him the score for 90, right? So I have made the first section for John Gregory at a score of 90. So I can also go ahead to make another table row. Now in a different section entirely. This is another table row which contains another set of person. So I'm going to go ahead to have my table data. I hope this is clear enough. So I'll go ahead to have my table data. Hope this is visible enough for you to see. So I go ahead to have my table data here. Then another table data. Alright. So here I'm going to have maybe Peter, maybe Peter Simon, and I will have the score of maybe 100 for Peter Simon. So I'm going to go ahead to save this and then run this on the screen. Then you're going to see the outcome for this. So the first we have is the John Gregory 90. Then we have secondly Peter Simon, which is 100. So you go ahead and now it looks like it's not a table at all, right? Okay, the reason is because now this is why I have this called my table as a container to have everything stored in them. So I can have something I call border, which we talked about this in our previous class when we mentioned images. So I can have border, and I'm setting my border maybe to 2 or 2 pixels. I'm going to save this, then run it again, display it on the screen again, and then you have the table with borders. So like I said, this is the first row, then this is the second row. So imagine what happens if I keep duplicating this. So all I have to do is to have my table row and then as a container for all my table data, my table. It's not copying. So you copy this, duplicate it as much as you want. Do this and display part of the screen. This is all you have. So imagine trying to expand it. You can go back and do something called the width. Width helps you to really expand the table to a wider position. So width, you can have this width to be maybe 50. Yeah, I can put 50 pixels. Then you refresh. Should work. Okay, nevertheless, we're going to work on this more with CSS also. So, but for now, I want you to understand that in HTML, tables are bounded by table row plus the table data. Now, there's something else you should understand about tables. There's something we call our table title, that's table head rather. So something we call table head. You have something called table head. Table head. So like I mentioned, and the function of this table head is this. I can go ahead and make my tr tag as usual, tr, another set of tr, and I'm going to close this. So that's something we call table head. This time around, not table data, but th standing for table head, which stands for table head rather. Then I'll have the close tag for it. So the first thing I have to do here is to type what's my first name. The first name is John, so I'm going to use first name. Yeah, some kind of bunch of spelling. First name is John, so I'm going to go ahead to copy this and to duplicate it. Then I will do exactly the same thing. Second name, second. Then thirdly, I'm going to have, like I say, the score. Okay, so when I go ahead to display this, you're going to see, yeah. So, but to adjust this, this actually is not supposed to display in this format. So the reason why this is because I inserted the first table row. I think you should know this by now. And then I'm closing it by another table row. Then my text is within. Then I have another table row, which is the second row, and this is the third row. So anytime you see this opening tag tr, closing tag tr, this represents the first row. The second row starts with another tr, closing tr, which is the second row. So, but to make everything in the first, to be in the first row, all I have to do is this, to just have, yeah, okay. I just need to get rid of this tr tag. Only need one tr for all the work. So just a single tr. So I'll go ahead and get rid of this bunch of tr tags. Yeah, I think that is done. So the first thing I have is the table row, which represents, this is the opening tag of the table, this is the table row, then this is the closing tag for the table row. So the first thing I have for my table head is th, which contains my first name. Then I have another table head which contains second name. Then table head which contains the score. So this is going to arrange it, in row form, the same way this is, and the same way that the other one is, and so on and so on. So if I save this and I refresh this on the screen, you'll find out what I mean. Yeah. So the first name goes and contains all the information that is on the first column, the second name to the second column, the third score to the third column. So I think this really helps in the matter of table row and then the width table row virtually. So thank you guys for watching. And I really advise that you look forward to my next tutorial, because I'm going to be using probably my CSS to do some kind of few stuff. But before I go, I would like to show you something. So the reason I can have this table, I can actually apply something called style, like equal to. Then I have color, maybe color for my text. I'm going to use something called maybe red, and you're going to see the implication. It's going to apply this to all the table at once without really waste of time. So everything changes color to red. So I can actually decide to apply this not for the whole stuff, but maybe for a particular row. So I can come for the first table row and do the same thing. Call my style, equal to my column, probably my code, and call this probably let me just make the color and call it green. But first I have to have my color, then column, then green. So if I have this I refresh, so it's going to apply it to that particular row as green color, and every other thing takes red color. So I'm going to teach you how to use CSS to really remove your borders, to be like single lines and stuff like that, and nothing has to be in form of double format and stuff. So I hope you learned a lot on what this table can do in HTML. So guys, I'm really satisfied that you're watching this video right now, and see you in my next tutorial. Bye bye.